a stage name here to this current day here in 2023. Of course, usual Nicolini Orange, unless I change that into the future. Of course, it is Friday, the 19th of May 2023. Remember for the rest of your life and go up and grab it with both hands. It is, of course, the gateway to the weekend, and hopefully you're having yourself a nice weekend or the gateway to the weekend so far. Of course, we have arrived finally in Norfolk after a sort of thrilling, sort of really fantastic night stay at the Premier in Clacton. So, of course, videos are to come up on that. I've been working so hard to get these videos up and ready for you to enjoy. So, watch each one carefully as you go along. And, of course, we'll let you guess in the comments how much you think we paid for the actual night stay of the Clacton-on-Sea Premier Inn. It cost us, of course, £18.25 in a discounted rate to get to Norwich, and then, of course, we had to change in between, of course, from Clacton-on-Sea to Colchester first of all, and that took about 20 odd minutes, or maybe more than that, about half an hour at least, to get to Colchester from Clacton-on-Sea. And of course, we had to wait 50 minutes for the next train, but in between that time, of course, the exciting bit of it is that, of course, you can grab a coffee at the same time, at the coffee link in particular. It was about £2.70 for that. I paid for a coffee. I can tell you the answer to that. If you're watching live, we appreciate it. If you're watching on replay, we also appreciate it as well. I'm quite amazed as well that I have quite great sort of energy, actually. I must have slept well at Clacton to get that energy up here. Of course, as it's Mental Health Awareness Week, of course, yes, someone's going crazy behind me, of course, finding the toilet, I think. But yes, I would say this now. It's really, really fascinating that, of course, for those people suffering mental health, could be anyone watching right now, suffering with mental health right now, I would actually suggest getting out more, of course, decreases your mental health, as a whole, whatever the situation that you have yourself. A lot of people don't realize actually what mental health is. And of course, they don't sort of know what the definition of mental health is because they actually suffer it themselves. As of course we gather already, it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and of course, yeah, that's why I'm explaining a little bit about mental health itself for those people who are interested in finding out a little bit more on that note. But yeah, we arrived in good time, and of course, yeah, I've been relaxed since about 6 o'clock. We obviously got our bus route safely and very efficiently from Norwich train station. So we started from the Norwich train station and then ventured to, of course, the actual town centre, which of course is saving our legs a little bit, but we had to walk a little bit and get our exercise motivated. Maybe that helped a little bit, and the weather was okay as well. Obviously, we didn't want to walk too far, but of course, we didn't have to walk too far to get to the bus station. We didn't have time to get a coffee at the Norwich bus station, unfortunately, but maybe next time when we're coming back, depending on what time things happen for us, then that might be possible. But yeah, from the bus station to where we are now, Great Yarmouth, if you like to put it that way, it takes around about 50 minutes or maybe less than that, actually. It was going through the Acle Strait, the A47, I believe it is, the Acle Strait, after stopping at Acle and a few stops before all that, just coming out of Norwich. Just a few bits of traffic coming out of Norwich, but it's not too bad. It was slow moving because, of course, when you get onto the Acle Strait, you go and follow the traffic onto a single file, and there's a lot of cars coming towards Great Yarmouth Way, especially as the season is now opening for the summer feeling as well. So, of course, that was slow moving in traffic on the A47, the Acle Strait. We had to catch up with a train, but the train obviously beat us by a long mile, I would say. And then eventually I did see the train parked at the train station, because normally we get the train. That's what we normally do to save a bit of time. But sometimes if it's warm, you might want a bus. But if it's colder or wet, then of course you may not want to get a bus and have all that hassle. But of course, to save a few pennies, you might want to get a bus. But the £2 fare, by the way, for buses is until June 2023. But of course, saying that, they did extend it, the government, from maybe February or March, where they originally were going to stop it all. But I don't think that's going to happen this time. But of course, I might be wrong. But we'll see what happens. But it does run out at the end of June, without talking about too much in depth with politics. But yeah, we're not a politics channel, by the way. We are just for open views. Free speech, as they say. Where has that gone in the last decade or two? I don't know. But anyway, live from the room here, room number 18 here, from the building, which is literally a 5-minute walk from the beach right now. Basically, from where I am now, I can actually see the sea. If I show you right now, I can give you a sort of insight of the view that I've got here. So there we are. You can basically see the sea in the distance. I would zoom in, but of course, I've got to hold the camera at the same time. But hopefully, hopefully people, whoops, I nearly fell over there. So hopefully people are able to join us for a evening of just a bit of fun, banter, whatever you like to call it. We'll probably program it, because I found out that if you program something, then people are likely to actually tune in more. Hopefully we'll have some more people tuning in, and maybe we'll take some questions from the audience at the same time as explaining what we are sort of showcasing across the weekend. Until, yes, we have now finally got it, Tuesday. At this location, I believe there's no vacancies. It says that on the sign outside, but it doesn't say that on one of the signs outside. But saying that, of course, I have to take that word that, of course, everything is booked up. Luckily, we booked it in time, and of course, we'll probably do a live little walk around the room as well, and that will save me a lot of editing to do, because I've been very up to here with all of the editing, so I need to take time out to have a breather. But yeah, before I go on, I'm going to drink this cold tea in a minute, because it is tea that I'm drinking. I thought I saw a face at the window. A face at the window? But yeah, we picked up one of these leaflets downstairs, and apparently we can go downstairs to chill out if we wanted to. That would be lovely to do that. The official guide to Great Yarmouth booklet is fascinating. Of course, a traditional but modern seaside resort stepped in history and surrounded by the beautiful Broads of National Park. Great Yarmouth offers visitors a fantastic mix of the sea, sand, fun entertainment, and rich heritage. So yeah, all this booklet will, of course, explain everything. We'll go through that tomorrow evening at some point. Hopefully there'll be an opportunity to ask us any questions along the way, if you wish to. That's what the sort of show is going to be about. So Whether we'll call it a special show, we'll have to draw it out of the hat. What type of title we'll use the show, because we'll probably put a different title each time, but of course it's going to be a similar kind of show. So, yeah, something that I'm very fascinated about. Of course, hopefully we'll get a chance. Touch wood. Let's hope the weather is on our side as well. The coastal clipper take the best value way to cruise the Sunrise Coast by open top bus. Wow. So the prices are normally £7 for an adult, and I believe it's for a child, 550. No, 5 to 19-year-olds get it for 550, and of course, high five, of course, group is £12. Okay, so it will stop at places such as, of course, let's see where it pretty much starts at Pleasure Beach, and then of course it goes to Wellington Pier, Britannia Pier, Waterways and Boating Lake, Seashore Holiday Park, Castellon-on-Sea, Scrapby and California in the UK, and Hensby Beach. All of these stops that it actually goes along. But you need to find out the timetable of that, and it's apparently up to every 15 minutes because it's seasonal kind of time. But the problem is, I don't know whether actually it runs later than 5 o'clock. So I'm going to find out more information about that. There's lots of things to speak about Great Yarmouth, the Hippodrome Circus and the Thrigby Hall Wildlife Gardens, which is interesting as well. Lots of advertisements in this booklet as well. It's a useful booklet to read, and there's even a map. There's even a map actually right here as I show you now. I don't know if you can see that in view, but it's all in reversed words for you. But pick yourself a copy of one of these. Definitely worth taking with you because it's the popular seaside resort. So bring it on. Of course, we shine like no other. Yes, a good one, isn't it? We shine like no other. Maybe we'll use that as a slogan. We shine like no other. But that's great. We brighten up like no other as well. We can use several things. So we don't know what the actual show is going to be called. Yet again, we're trialing it out for you out here. Obviously, we're not going to be here all the time, but we will try and be here when we can. But of course, we have to book up in advance in order to be able to get this place. And of course, we have to rely on transport. That means, of course, we hope that there's no strikes when we book this area. Although we can get bus routes like a National Express or something like that, but obviously you have to book well in advance and online for a National Express bus from Cambridge, for example, because that is possible. And then, of course, get a bus from Norwich. But yes, takes longer by bus to get to Norwich in the first instance. But of course, we had no trouble overall getting here by bus. We actually started about 6 o'clock ish, but we did have to walk from the troll cart, the market gates area where the bus did drop us off. Saved us a bit of a walk because we normally get taxis or walk from the train station. But it makes a nice change, especially in the nice warm weather as it is so far. But it will get colder this evening because it's in the evening and it's on the coast as well. But anyway, let's have a look at the news so far according to GB News. Let's catch up with that. 35-year-old TJ Fletcher jailed for 13 years and for 4 months after his iSpoof website was brought down in the UK's biggest fraud sting. Timothy Schofield, brother of TV presenter Philip Schofield, jailed for 12 years after being convicted of 11 sexual offences involving a child. And Boris Johnson and his wife Carrie expecting the couple's third child in a few weeks. So, yeah, President Vladimir Zelensky urges leaders at Arab League summit to support peace in Ukraine. Hopefully, he is going to be right about that. But, of course, yeah, let's hope and pray for that. But anyway, we're going to leave it right here because it is getting late here, even though we arrived on the late side ourselves. Of course, you can hear background stuff here for quite some time. The reason for that is, of course, Giuliani from the NAR show, otherwise known as Nice and Relaxing Show, that does the organ stuff, usually. And he's in the other room, of course, sorting his room out there, sorting his bits and pieces. I've got to do that in just a moment here, making sure that everything is in order. And, of course, yes, I've had a couple of scares, just to let you know. Nothing bad, but of course the scares were in actual fact about my rat suck earlier, and I've managed to fix it so far, just a temporary fix, and of course my suitcase, which I need a new one of. I've only got a small one, and of course it's only got one zip on it. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about is my rucksack. Probably I need a new, both of them. But of course, I'm not going to buy them anytime soon as of yet. So anyway, to cut a long story short, because I want to cut you short now, I want to thank you very much for watching. This is a short update here, and there will be possibly more, or likely more, of the live updates. Hopefully we'll be on the beach at some point doing a live show, and maybe taking your questions at the same time. But yeah, that'd be great to do that. And of course, yeah, we'll see how many people are around the area. Hopefully we'll be in a quiet spot where we can actually do a show from. But in the meantime, of course, do check out our videos, which we're going to upload soon. And comments are welcome. You are free to do that. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to us free of charge, it doesn't cost you 1 penny to do that. All the thing that we ask for is, of course, if we can get some kind of, support by you lot out there that watch these videos here. And of course, it is so incredibly difficult to do what we do. And of course, when we say difficult, it's kind of difficult to actually get these sort of scheduled and of course uploaded, edited, then uploaded, and that's how it basically works. It's the time consuming part, because obviously we have to keep this channel running, and without your support, we can't thank you enough. So you've got the links of GoFundMe, which is in the About section of the Touring With Us YouTube channel. And we've also got the PayPal link as well, which you can use. You can actually do it direct as well, if, of course, the PayPal section has run out of time. You can use nclows@hotmail.co.uk, and that will go directly to the Touring With Us account. Anyway, yeah, everything will be going on the channel, and to keep the channel going, motivated, and basically the upkeep of the channel to keep going, keep making these videos. We do get the odd donation here and there, but of course we have to keep going, and we have to keep surviving, and of course it is very difficult in this day and age for anyone to survive in certain circumstances. But we're going to leave that racing through your mind. That's my 20 minutes up for now. It's time to take a deep breath. We will get a chance for you to, or we'll have a chance for you to take in the sea air with us when we go live on the beach at some stage, whether it be tonight or actually over the course of the few days whilst we are here in Norfolk. Then, of course, we will give you that opportunity to, of course, take in the sea air. And also, we'll have a few words along the way. We'll make some up sort of in a relaxation mode. Okay, we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that racing through your mind. Thank you for watching. It is 48 minutes past 7 p.m. UK time from myself, Nicolini Orange, and of course Giuliani Apple, which is behind me now. Hello. He's going to say goodbye now, but in a silent mode. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Join us on our next update and our sort of new named show or decisive name show over the course of the sort of couple of days or so. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Take care. I can't even say the words. Stay safe and take care. That's the 2 words that I was looking for. Right.